Hey church, I hope you've enjoyed the service this week. Welcome to This Is Us. My name is Folu and I'm so glad to be here with you. Now I know we're back in a second national lockdown, but honestly, there are still such amazing things happening in the life of church. Lives are being impacted and breakthroughs are happening week on week. So please be encouraged. Now this week, we're going to be joined by the one and only Cathy Clark and a few of her friends as she sits down and talks about all things sisterhood, this season and also what's ahead. Up next is the Schools Project, which is another part of our church that shows no signs of slowing down. We're going to get a closer look into the lives that have been impacted by everything that they do.
Okay, Cathy, so normally we know that you like to be behind the camera and the one asking the questions, but today we're flipping it on you. For you personally, how has the sisterhood around you strengthened you in this season?
To me, it's those people that are immediately in my world that are friends that come alongside, that support, that encourage, have just simply picked up the phone and called me to say, hi, how you going? And they didn't have to, but they did. And things like that have just been seemingly so insignificant. Just a phone call seems so insignificant, really, but has had such an impact on me.
So for somebody who's maybe new to church or a girl who's maybe kind of set on the outskirts of sisterhood, why would you say she should get involved with sisterhood?
So it's really about friendship, but we come around friendship with a cause, and that cause is Jesus Christ. If you're feeling isolated, or if you're feeling like I don't really have any friends, or I don't have anyone to connect with, anyone where I feel like I am genuinely part of a community, then there's a sisterhood. And you can be part of a community, and everyone needs that. I believe everyone needs that. And then it's also good, I think, to be able to be part of something that's a little bit bigger than yourself. I think we need to be known, we need to have a purpose, and we need to have a cause that we all get together and we're unified in.
Okay, Cathy, so for our girls here locally in the UK, what's going on with sisterhood these days?
We've actually got 12 locations all the way around the UK, and I've got a couple of girls that are going to join us because they're on the ground in their cities and they're going to be sharing a little bit about what's practically happening for sisterhood. Julie!
Hi, Cathy!
All the way from central London, Dominion campus. So how have you adjusted to running sisterhood in this current season that we're in, say over this last year?
There's always going to be three cores of sisterhood which we just keep aiming to deliver on. So the first would be our groups, and of course if people want to join a sisterhood group, if you prefer hanging out with the girls, then a sisterhood group's for you. And of course they're now just virtual. We have a couple of monthly gatherings that we do, but we've adjusted those, and those are now also virtual. We have our Sisterhood Real Talk once a month, and this is just where we come around a portion of the Word of God and how it applies to our lives. We also have the monthly Women in Leadership Breakfast. This would normally be done in the city. This is now also online. We get to hear from women who are leading in their workplace. We've started something new, which is a monthly book club as well.
So Jules, what's coming up that we can look forward to?
This is the one time of the year that we get together in Sisterhood United, and we get to hear from Bobby Houston, which I'm so excited about. And honestly, ladies, I just want to say, if you do nothing else this month, this is what you want to align yourselves with. You want to just be part of our Sisterhood United night this month. We would really love to just embrace you, get you involved, get you connected to people.
So Jules, thanks so much for letting us know all those little bits and pieces and what's going on.
Thanks so much, Kat. Thanks for having me. Bye, ladies.
Hi, Cathy.
Hi, Sarah. How are you?
Good, thanks, Cathy. How are you doing?
I'm all right. Liverpool has only really just got going. You've really just started, and then you just kind of launched into the whole COVID season. How does sisterhood look for a really young campus just getting off the ground?
We run some sisterhood groups, and we've also, during lockdown, we've run some Zoom bigger gatherings and things like that. Obviously, we're just getting started as a church, and we've been trying to work out what can we do? There's so much need everywhere, but we're just a bunch of everyday, ordinary girls in a kind of a small startup. We don't have a building. A number of the mums were struggling to be able to buy their kids school uniforms, and did a clothing drive and gathered over 900 items of school clothing and things.
Great.
Praying together, being able to help just support one another in this season. Gosh, I think it's been so needed, hasn't it, for everyone? So I feel like we're just doing whatever we can whenever a need arises, just genuinely wanting to be just loving our cities, loving our neighbourhoods, loving the girls in our world, and just doing life with them.
Okay, so Sarah, thank you so much for joining us all the way from Liverpool. Loved it. We loved hearing from you, and have a great week, hey?
Thanks, Cathy. Talk soon.
See ya.
Bye.
So from Bible studies to prayer groups, women in leadership breakfasts, corporate gatherings, real talk, and everything in between, there's so much available for every girl in Sisterhood. If you would like to get involved in your region, simply head to our website, hillsong.co.uk/sisterhood, and click on the link that says Get Connected. Then one of our team will be in touch with you. Now, the Schools Project has been up and running for a few years now, and the team go into the schools throughout the whole year with a message of hope and inspiration to this generation. Now, we're going to be joined by Jake in a second, who's heading up the project in a southeast London school, and find out exactly why this project is so vital to our schools.
Just heading to one of the schools in southeast London, St Mary Magdalene, and all this week we're on our schools tour, been in schools in West London, North London, now southeast. And really the reason we do the schools tour is to bring a message of hope, message of inspiration to young people in schools all across London, all across the UK, and outside of the tours we do assembly programs week in, week out. So we're about to head into this school. I think we are ready. Academy, we ready? Yeah. Let's go. You've got this. Everyone said you've got this. You've got this. You've got this. We just finished an assembly here in St Mary Magdalene. We're here with Mark, PC Mark, aka Gary, as they call you. PC Gary? Gary?
Yeah, for some reason the students gave me the nickname of PC Gary when I started here.
And then being at this school, what effects have you noticed, like having a police officer in a school? How does that affect young people, like when it comes to relationships with police and all that sort of stuff?
Absolutely love it here. It's a fantastic school. And I think I make more of an impact working with the young children, and I can have more of an impact on people's lives working now. I've had students come up to me when I was at St Paul's Academy, it's my previous school. They've come back when they're in sixth form, they've got apprenticeships. They've actually come back and actually thanked me for helping them go on the right path. So I believe, much as yourself, we can make an impact here and now. So why I'm here is so the students can see that underneath the uniform there's a human being. So every lunchtime I'm out in the playground playing football with the kids, and I think it makes a real difference just having that social interaction. And I think what you guys do here as well is really key, like having inspirational talkers. Young, trendy people like yourselves, obviously they don't always want to listen to someone at my age, but listening to young people like yourselves, they really listen, and they can hear the stories. It's inspirational. It's really good.
Appreciate it. Thanks for what you do. Thanks for having us in the school.
Look forward to seeing you soon.
Great. We've just finished the winter tour. It's been great. We've loved all the sessions, and yes, we're in lockdown, but schools are still open. So if you can get us into a school, if you've got any relationships, then get in contact on Instagram. DM us at Schools Project UK, or on the website hillsong.co.uk/Schools Project. Fill in the form. We'd love to get in contact. We'll be in touch.
How inspiring is it to see the way that children's lives are being impacted across our nation? Now, if you're a teacher, parent, or student and you want to get involved and see how the project can come to your school, please drop us an email at info@schoolsproject.org. I hope you've had a fantastic time hearing these stories this week. Have an amazing week, and we'll see you next week.